Hey, we're live. The Candyman can. Remember that? Does anybody remember? Well, let's go back to, like Dean Martin and all them, right? Remember? How are you today? God bless you. Blessed day to you. As I say here, good day. And best wishes wherever you are. God bless you and in the steps that you walk. Hope Jah leads your steps and your breath as well, right? Otherwise, so what was I going to say? Sammy Davis Jr. Now, my grandfather was a great painter, a real artist, actually. Not like these fake Berlin artists. He's a real artist. And he was in World War II, actually drew sketches of the front line, and because he could speak Yiddish, his parents, and I think there was some Orthodox Jewry in there as well, because the painting he made when he returned from World War II after saving our lives through his translation skills and the sketches of the front line. They came back and did a great painting of a rabbi, an Orthodox rabbi, and I think a lot of his work is probably worthy of a Smithsonian or maybe a Christie's auction, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's really great art, amazing art. He did one of my mom is like amazing. She looks like a goddess in white. Like she's painted. Oh no, she's what's the King Diamond song? She's wearing white again. The colors. King Diamond. She's wearing white again. You know that one? And then Grandma, welcome home. Hello, Siberian Gappa. How are you? How you doing? Hey, we're in the same time zone. Great to see you. God bless you wherever you are. Peace on our growth. I'll say some prayers. Just because it's a beautiful day. Every day is a God-gifted day. That's what newer Muhammad Tofader, my Muslim brother from Millennium TV, had told me that every day is a God-gifted day. So thank you. So you know what I did for that God-gifted day? I woke up. So thank you. For this breath in my lungs, for this blood in my veins, and I could see the pulse. That's a part of the divine. Now let's see. I'm about to smoke. I'm so grateful, so thankful to see you. I'm so grateful, so thankful. Beverly. I love life too. It's great, right? Beverly Hillbillies. Beverly, Beverly, Beverly Hillbillies. This morning I had breakfast around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I went for a little walk over to Trinity Flavors on the corner. And as I'm walking back after I ate my breakfast there, a couple of juices later, lime juice and okay, whatever. It was very good. It was orange pineapple, pretty good juice, I have to say. And I had to actually file a police report this morning. Nothing happened. But this guy in the corner, hey, Swin. This is for you, everybody. I will smoke for all humanity. I said, I pray to God. I said, pray, dear Lord, pray, Jah. I said, Jah, please, Lord, please, Jah, dear Lord. I said, please, make them change their ways, Daphne. I said, I'm in Trinidad. How you do, Daphne? Love you so much. We love you, Daphne. We love you, Siberian gal pal. We love you, Swin. Oh, lordy. Oh, goody. It's a nice morning, isn't it? It's a beautiful morning. Back at work, we're happy for you. God bless you in every way, every day, every breath, every step. Positivity, right? Alignment with the Lord. The way of Jah, right? The Most High. Praise to the Most High. I gotta give thanks all the time. Oh, Lordy. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me, blessing the people that I can't see. I'm in Trinidad, and I'm staying here, applying for a dual citizenship real soon. I've been here 3 weeks. I love you so much. God bless you too. Wish you the best in life. So hope your dreams come true. the good ones, not the nightmares. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. You're too, yeah, yeah, swin, swin, swin. Siberian gal, pal, Daphne, everybody's great. So great. And I say, everybody has the possibility to be and do good, right? So imagine if they messed up before, right? Like Oscar Schindler, right? He turned his love around. He did. He said, up, 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 up. George Benson, I love him. I just don't understand why he felt the need to get a nose job. I thought he was okay, normal. I don't think he had to look like They don't want to look like Jacksons. I don't get it. Janet's pretty natural, but she may have some. I don't know if her boobies are real. I'm not sure, but anyway, enough of the Super Bowl talk. Here's to you, Bob. Bless you every way. Bless you. Bless you. Bless your heart. Bless your movements, your soul, your breath. You wake up in the morning. Thanks. Oh yeah. I'm about to do this. I'll put it here. Turn your love around. Oh, that's right. I went into the Double Dragon too. It's just smoke, Todd. Oi, shalom. Scotty. Bless Lord's creation. I taught myself Hebrew. I taught myself Hebrew again. I refreshed the language. What's new? Swin, what's new? I started to learn Hebrew again. I can understand most of it. 20 letters and more, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes, I'm not sure if it's a pay or a fay, or there's only maybe two letters that but I'm getting it. I'm teaching myself. I have a prayer book, a siddur. I have a virtual siddur, and I'm able to read that in both languages. I start in the morning with Hebrew, and then I read in English. So I do it twice. In the morning, middle of the day, maybe before lunch, 12, and then before sundown, or around there also. Actually, you know what? Before I go to bed, let's say, that's a good time to do that again and do a Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. So I saw one of the prayers that says, heal the sick people of Israel. And that was 6,000 years ago, folks. So heal the sick people of the world. Those evildoers that took on this sort of techno-fascist colonialism stuff, and they took it to hell. I mean, these people, they're bad news bears, what they're doing, right? But if they could turn their love around, right, and we say Den Haag, which is in the Netherlands, they could reinstate the ICC and start to arrest and bring to justice for life imprisonment, for all sorts of horrific crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. So instead of this world that we're living in today, it seems sort of dystopian. This I don't know. It's like it's idiocracy, but it's a darker version of it. It's not really funny. And what would I say? It just seems that they're rewarding people, God's children, for being the worst version of themselves, which is the seraphim, and you want to go for the Elohim, which is the highest frequency, also known as, I call it the Robert Frost, the path least taken. That means that when you're in the forest and you see a path, the two paths, maybe choose the one that's not taken as much, and you may get a scenic view, you may get something nice in your life, and you give it to Jah. You say, please, Lord, could you help me with this? Help me floss my teeth. Help me with this. Help me with this. Whatever this is. Not that I'm looking to excel in this, but I just want to communicate this. Thank you. God bless you. Whatever you believe in. If you believe in Source, it's really good. If you believe in something positive higher than yourself, could be whatever, even if it's a spaghetti monster, but it's making you a good person, it can't be that bad. If it is you, Sheryl Crow. She's a pot smoker. Thank you. Love you, Cheryl. Cousin Cheryl, love you. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. How do we go from Bob Marley to like game show? You was a buffalo soldier, dread like Rasta. God bless you. What college you go to? God bless you. Dread like Rasta. And that in the heart of the Caribbean. Ay, 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 hey. I like to be. They say here when they look at it, they say, "Oh, rocks." They say two words about Todd Goldfinger. They say rock star. That's what they say. I don't know why. But if that's what they're saying, I'll have to go with their algorithm or what they think about me, right? I'm a jazz musician. You know what I'm saying? Scattered with a little bit of punk aesthetics, right? Good looks. And I said, well, that's my brand. That's my brand. Oh, that's my brand. That's my brand. I love that, right? I love that. I used to do that in Germany. It was 15 years ago, touring, opening for the singer of Nightwish, Tarja. T-A-R, Dougie Doug. Bless you. Bless you, Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug. Bless you. Reporting for duty. The Baruch. This is a bass jam. This is called I'll do my bass. I'll do my Steve Harris all over. Yeah, so after my father, I tell you a story. I said, my father passed away when I was 12, and I became mm, a South London Cockney accent like Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. I wanted to be just like Iron Maiden. Before that, I wanted to be on SNL. I was named after Bill Murray character SNL. Gilda Radner, Dan Aykroyd, Nodge. His butt his butt crack was showing. And Nodge. Nodge is an old fridge. They don't make them anymore, like a Betamax. Oh. Anyway, so I gotta tell you, is that I forgot. That's all I forgot. Whew, yeah, I'd be good for a relationship. I forget everything. Couldn't tell you it was 5 seconds ago, or in 5 seconds from now, because I give it to Jack. We don't know this. Hello. What do you think of Kreskin? Hi. Doug Henning? You think I'm Doug Henning? Hey, Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug. I prefer Dougie Doug to Doug Henning, although Doug Henning was very talented as well. And people liked his mustache. He was like Yanni with a mustache and some magic tricks that I can't remember. Yeah, but people remember David Blaine's stuff, right? David Copperfield, right? Boynton. Are they still together? Claudia Schiffer? Was that? Is it Claudia Schiffer? One of the German supermodels of the 90s, like Naomi Campbell. Amazing, right? What was this song? Freedom, right? There's one good song by George Michael, right? Yeah, careful what you take, right? Freedom. That's one song. But I think he had probably a lot of good songs. I wasn't too into George Michael or Wham or New Kids on the Block or NSYNC or any of that stuff. Sorry, no. You see, I was very much into Devo from 4 years old. My uncle gave me his whole vinyl collection of everything from the early Devo, everything. I had everything from Devo at 4 years old. And then, but I was also listening to Tchaikovsky, and they were pumping in Bach and Beethoven into the womb, right? Vanilla Ice. Ready? Now we're gonna do some Vanilla Ice. Born Mush. We're about to crush some vanilla in a good way. We love Vanilla Ice, and my father. Dun 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 dun. He said, "Stop, collaborate, and listen." And my dad is back in a brand new invention. Nightly, give it up to Ja. the day and nightly. Will he ever stop? No, he keeps going. After we're extinct, he'll be flowing. That's Ja. Pachamama, right? We gotta be good. We gotta be good to his kids. Ja's children, right? Even if they're out of whack a bit, right? A little bit topsy turvy, as it were, as it were. And I said, well, I forgot what I was saying. That would I'd be good in a relationship for that, but unfortunately, these days, folks, they don't see a point in it. They lost the plot most of the time. So those seis novias, the 6 girlfriends I had in Ecuador this time, I guess it was 6 months and a little bit. They were not going to tell me, hey, Mush, God bless you. Nice one, nice one. Here, talk. Oh, nice one. I'm glad you shared it. I'm glad. Dougie Doug, check out Dougie Doug's channel. Check out his live streams. Check out the artwork of the great people in the chat. Everyone, check out their pages if you're into that sort of thing. Get the time. Like, subscribe, or check it out. And then share it with your friends and look at it a while, review it, and maybe make a good clip. Clip it good. Hey, bam, bam, bim, bim. I'm more into no ten. Bakuras kan broccoli lambaed. No ten hatura. Amen. I know I didn't say it correctly, but it's with a lot of heart, and I love it. It's probably my favorite one is the Haftarah. Hey, hope all you guys, good Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I will, Dougie Doug. We'll definitely check it out. We will check out Dougie Doug's latest live stream. Yesterday, okay, Born Mush, they have Independence Day. And I'll tell you something. The day let me put this back. You know what? I say, if I'm going to give it up to Ja, not going to half it. Right? Go as far as I could for Ja in this sphere of being. Okay? In this sphere of being, let me go as far as I can for Ja. No fear, no worry. Right? And I said, well, here, well, that looks hard. McConaughey, I love you. Anyway, this motion was great. I can't wait to see it. They celebrate Independence Day. And the day I was born, July 27th, was a day of a coup. They had a coup that day, the day I was born here. Imagine that. Oh, yeah. So people remember my birthday. But also, usually when I meet them first, I'm like, yeah, I'm Carlton's cousin. Yeah, Fresh Prince. Yeah, the one on the Super Bowl. He never mentions Trinidad or Port of Spain or where his parents come from. That's okay. He's sort of like a vaudeville act for the establishment. Gringo act. That's okay. That's what they call the guy running the show in Ecuador. They call him the big banana gringo. Today's VJ day. Oh, thank a veteran. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for going out there. I know what you saw. I mean, I don't know what you saw, but you saw what you saw. And now you probably would never want to see that again. Right? Now you can warn the others. Love you. Thank you for your service. Boom. And we have psychedelics. We have psychedelics that could treat trauma, PTSD. Will they pass it? Will they put it on the market? No, but the dear Lord will maybe find you a clear space in a nice jungle country you can visit. Come back better than new and save the day. How's that? Again, save the day again, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Right? Because imagine what the people have to see. You know, I had a friend who was a first responder. Oy. He's no longer with us because it's called mesothelioma. Okay, we worked together in '99 at a sound company, right? We were wiring up. I met Christopher Reeves, Superman, in 1999 when I was working at Pace University, wiring up. I know, God bless him, the WW2 vets. Yeah, they call it the greatest generation for a reason too. And my grandfather was one of the greatest as well. He was never violent. He was very quiet. I don't think he ever fired a weapon. He slept in his uniform. He was in the Battle of the Bulge. So my grandfather, Louis Goldfinger, great painter, spoke Yiddish, understood Yiddish, could write it because his parents, who were born in Poland, spoke Yiddish, right? And they all left before World War I. So they knew when to leave. We always know when to leave. That's the credit to the Jews, not just being chosen to be connected to source. What they do with it or not, that's a different story. But here's the thing: is that grandfather, great artist, Purple Heart, right? Yeah, yeah, posthumously Purple Heart, and he never talked about it. As a matter of fact, my grandmother Betty always wanted to go to Europe, like especially Paris and stuff like that. But he never wanted to go back to Europe. And he was actually like, oh, really bad about that. I must confess. This is a day of confession. I said, well, every day could be, any second could be. Confess you're good, right? So my grandfather, he was in his 90s at this time, and he wasn't really painting anymore. He had macular degeneration. He couldn't really see much, so his painting wasn't what it was, and he eventually quit painting. Maybe he was a bit depressed. They had him on antidepressants, stuff like that. Anyway, I saw him in Miami before I left for Germany. I said, Grandpa, I'm going to Germany. He says, oh, he said, that's good. You look like a Nazi. Grandpa, love you. Bokatar Noi, Vieskadal, Vieskadash, Shema Rabo. Is that it? I try my best. Bokatar, Amen. Amen. I'll put this down too. I'll put it down for now. Yeah. So look, if you pray at someone and they have a problem with it, go the other way. Just the other side of town might be a little better. But I find the pockets. If I bump into people and they give me a hard time and they try to ask me for money, or I mean, I don't know why they ask me for cigarettes. I never smoked in my life. They just want to take something. They're not gonna sing, dance, um they're not gonna write a song. They're not gonna do a Mad Libs. They're not gonna improv. They're not gonna be in my live stream. They're not gonna have talent. They're gonna ask me for a beer or cigarettes or who God knows what else. But dear Jah, thank you, Lord, for this day, this restoration, waking up, breath and lungs. You know the rest. God bless you. So here's to Labor Day. Thank you, everyone, for Labor Day. All your labors, the fruits of your labors. Hopefully, they fruited your labors, right? Don't sit on your laurels, but I hope that your labors bear fruit, and it's not just working for the man in a killing machine system with blood on your hands, buying into a killing machine and paying for it on top of it 10 times, and then looking old because of being in the killing machine. So you have to get to Jah quick, and Jah will tell you one thing at a time. Thank you. Like a shofar. You ready? Hey, Dougie Doug, sir. I'm in the heart of the Caribbean, West Indies. I was in Curacao to get to here. No one could tell me 4 countries ago, and like thousands of dollars later, that from Panama I could have took a direct flight to Trinidad, which I've been for the last 3 weeks. And I'm not moving. I have a place now that I'm renting month to month for I don't know if I should tell you the price of it. Maybe I should tell you the price of it. It's one of the cheapest places I've had, and it's gigantic. Okay, I have this whole wing of the house basically to myself. And look, I'm gonna tell you something. Look, I remember growing up with the film Wild Orchid. Okay, if you're look, if you've seen the Wild Orchid, you're gonna know what I'm talking about here, okay? And I'm thinking, as a filmmaker, I say, what's my next project going to be? Is it going to be a reboot, a remake, and a prequel to Wild Orchid? And I said, I don't know, but oh dear, what are you doing here? Whoa, that's some kinky shit. So like, oof. Anyway, I can't have any guests. So, I just got stuck on you. And then, like, so I'm just imagining if, my mind is in the gutter. But I gotta tell you that Wild Orchid 2 is gonna be the movie of 2026. It's the short film of the year. It's only 6 minutes long. and 36 seconds. And I said, well, this is going to be a very groundbreaking softcore film. Wild Orchid Part 2. So get ready for Wild Orchid Part 2. I don't know who. Right. It's so yeah, I'm in Trinidad. That's right. In the heart of the Caribbean. I'm looking for the best view for you. I want you to enjoy a bit too. I love this so much. You know, this is a very ancient. I want to say at least 150 years old, folks. So we're gonna do cribs. I want to do a cribs, live streamer cribs, Todd Goldfinger style. And this is cribs. This is where I'm renting for now on indefinitely. Uh, I would like to tell you how much I'm paying for it because I'm sort of blown away by how good Ja is to me. And if I told you, then you'd really understand how truly blessed I am. And I wish unto you as many blessings, if not more, and extra, read all about it, you know, between lines too, you know, what he shows you. And I said, well, this is the cribs, Todd Goldfinger, live streamer. I don't know, whatever it's called. What does it matter? No. The Lord doesn't have a name. There you go. So this is Cribs, live streamer edition. ToddGoldfinger.com is the park. Down there's where the guy this morning came out and harassed me for. I couldn't understand his Trini accent. So I was like, what are you saying? And he's like, I don't like how you move. I was like, I don't think anybody asked you. And I didn't say that to him. But I was like kind of stunned. Oh my God, look at this. So when we're going to film Wild Orchid 2, I will play the role of the nephew who's renting the place of Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke turned his place into an Airbnb, and now he's renting it. Oh, this is some kinky shit, bro. I mean, not bro. What am I saying? Ma'am? This is some kinky shit, ma'am. So we're going to film in here Wild Orchid 2, and I will be playing the illegitimate nephew, twice removed, but not as many times removed as Elisa. Oh! And this is the back. You see over there too? That's another Wild Orchid spot. So we could do Wild Orchid 3 over there. Just in that little region of the house. Just Wild Orchid 3. And that will be the grandson, the illegitimate grandson of Mickey Rourke's character. And now it's not a Airbnb anymore. It's a brothel. So we can invite more people. More women. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That's a terrible thing to say. So anyway, Wild Orchid 2 and 3 are in the works. I'd like to reach out to Mickey Rourke's people and the writers of the original Wild Orchid. I'd like to turn Wild Orchid into a series. I'd like to have Mickey Rourke, while he's still with us, I know he had a lot of plastic surgery, but he could be executive producer, maybe co-writer of some of the shows. Maybe he'd like to direct an episode of Wild Orchid, the series, taking place here in Trinidad, the illegitimate grandson of Mickey Rourke. Thank you. Peace. Kinky stuff. Kinky stuff, man. That's some kinky stuff, man. I was looking up. I said, you know, look, I know porn's very bad for you, right? But I got to tell you, my new favorite, Penny Barber. No, if you're over 32, you can look it up, but I wouldn't advise you to, and definitely not at work. Penny Barber, Jewish actress of the adult kind. Anyway, so she does help things along. She does. You know, when you're out at sea, you know. When you're out at sea, I'm not out at sea. What the heck am I talking about? When you're at sea. Anyway, God bless you. Peace. Go on. Oi, oi. You know. So dating was amazing, right, in Ecuador, right? But I didn't have like a real relationship. Every once in a while, I had a couple girlfriends I could have a weekend with, right, and that was cool. But like, they weren't really serious, and they kind of on their phones most of the time doing the fucking Duolingo. And there's a song by Spinning Images, which is a grunge band I was in, and the album that they did after I was in the band that they had a meeting with P. Diddles people. That's how I knew I made the right decision, by leaving them after I graduated SUNY Purchase 2001, and I eventually moved to Europe and taught English and made my own music. And that's where we are today, folks. traveling about, bouncing about, bippity boppity. We did a little live stream 2 years ago and a half, maybe a year ago. I was in Trinidad, and my phone got flooded. Thank goodness I had roaming. I couldn't get back to anybody. Oh, they said, Todd, what do you think? What was there? I don't know. Elisa got arrested last year, right? That was a big thing, right? TMZ, page 6, viral, UK Post, everywhere in the world, right? And my phone's getting flooded with messages last year, right? When I was here. And I think the best thing I should have done was in 2023, after being on Elisa's show, and go back to New York, instead of her making fun of me for living at home or whatever, and trying to, just, be a family a bit, is that I should have just gone straight to Ecuador that year. Everything got so messed up. 2024 was not a good year. It was not. Not for a lot of reasons, but this year was great. And I made it that way. And sometimes you really have to move your legs for jaw just to make it how you want it to be. Because you realize maybe everybody else is going to take you down the wrong path. And I learned that from my experience 5 years ago, August 5 years ago, 2020, through my, DMT experience. Higher, 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 higher. Up, 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 up. One more time. 5 years ago was my DMT experience. And from that, I learned how could everybody be so wrong. So I wish you the best. I wish you God bless. And have a great day if you can. What else? What else can I say? I'll put you over here. I'll put you on a shelf. Yeah, when why not winning? I knew just from the start. Yeah, but right, okay, hold on. Round and round. Hold on. Penny Barber. How's everyone doing? Penny Barber. Why am I talking about Penny Barber? I just think it's funny, this name. Because in Showgirls, this manager who's sort of a slime ball says to Nomi's character, I love Showgirls, and I could quote like almost everything. It doesn't suck, right? Chips. Right? I could do a one-man show of Showgirls. You ready? I'll start in the beginning. We're going to do Showgirls from the start. Ready? Now starts one-man show Showgirls. Hey! Can I get a ride? From different places. Versace. We got it. One man show. Know me. Hey. You. What up? You homie. What up, homie? Ooh. Blessings. Big blessings. Big ups. Big ups. Most high. All right. So I forgot what I was saying completely. Wild Orchid 2 and 3, the series. Mickey Rourke, executive producer. He can co-write. He can probably direct the first episode if he wants. They would love that, right? But not Netflix, because that's the Spotify of the industry. They don't pay their artists very much. So I've been looking for freedom. David Hasselhoff. I said, Mr. Hasselhoff, don't hassle the Huff. But he has a good Kung Fury song. I like the Kung Fury song. What was I saying? Oh, so Mickey Rourke will help write the Wild Orchid series. And what was I going to say? We should bring back Jean Triplehorn. Who was the female actress? She was really gorgeous. Really smoked. She wasn't in a lot of pictures, but she was sort of like I don't know. She looked a little bit like if you ever saw Hollow Man? Hollow Man had a rape scene too. Verhoeven, what's with you? Anyway, he did better with Elle and Benedetta, his most recent films. I'm gonna smoke this now. This peace out. But I was born. Peace out. I was born. Peace out. I was born. I don't care if you're watching or not. I don't care. I'll do this for me and Jah. It's between me and Jah. It should be between you and Jah too. You and the Lord, me and the Lord, everybody with the Lord, and then we meet somehow in this sphere of being, as with this rented space. Oy. Pardon. Skål. Fine. You see this watch? This is who I am. What was that? Chevy Chase says, "I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not." I might bring that back. A little Lovitz too. John, I'm in the John Lovitz, Phil Hartman camp, and they're over there in the trash bin with Andy Dick and all those shit. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I pray for all these shite streamers in LA, if there are any. But I would say we don't watch you because we deleted YouTube. We do this for the fans. And if you're a good person, then you're not a shit streamer. But if you're hanging around Andy Dick, you might be lower than that. Now, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. Seen some snakes out there. You know? How do you identify Pharaoh come from all sides? Well, it might look like a smiling face inviting you out of LA or California, and you get there and say, "Oh, that looks hard." They don't help you at all, right? They don't meet you at all, right? They waste your time, just like the time that was wasted island hopping to get here to Trinidad. So imagine that. It's a runaround, and if you're not going to help your brothers and sisters, I don't really want to know you. And look, if you like my music, if you like that stuff or whatever, that's great. Look, you don't have to like my opinion on stuff, but I will tell you, I did work in the news for last 4.5, 5 years or so, and I learned a lot from that. You know, I worked in different avenues on that, and it was very good, but it didn't fulfill me. So filmmaking and making Wild Orchid, the series, and the film part 2 and 3, the reboot of the franchise. Yo, see you later, bro. Most high, thank you. Blessings. Best ever. I love this place so much. I do. But you know what? So I was saying, in Ecuador, you know, the smashing was high. You know, I didn't have to pay for it. Well, actually, by going out and paying for dinner and Ubers and all, you do have to pay for it. You know, and it was only $20 for over there. And here, I didn't go this time, but here they have the Chongo here is like twice as much. And I don't go. I said I'm gonna make it. Look, I'm not a no fapper. I don't believe in that. You should like twice before you go out in the morning, at least. So you have one more if you get late. Anyway, so the point is this: like, I'm not gonna search for a girlfriend, but the Trini women are the toughest women to date around. I mean, like, you know how some women can have like razor tongues or razor parts. Well, they're into chopping men to pieces unless they're okay with themselves. And I haven't found. I'll look. Thank you, Ja. You know, I'll ask Ja, and Ja will provide. What am I doing, right? Forget the AI, right? They gather their information on you, and they'll send you to the darkest side of town where there had been decapitations and tell you it's the safest. That's the AI. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They did that. So that's why I stopped using it. Thanks. And you should too. Delete the Twitter, delete all this crap, delete X, delete Instagram. If you put your Instagram in my face and you tell me this is your website, I can't handle that shit. I'm sorry. I can't roll with squares. Shalom. I can't roll with squares. No. Okay, sorry. No. Go back to school, sir. I pray for these people. I pray for all these people, all of God's children, even the bad ones. I said, please, God, please let them spontaneously change their ways. Let them go the right way. Somehow they, you know what? Maybe if they're believers, maybe the original word of the Palestinian Jesus just popped out of a bookshelf and hit him in the head. And now he's so enlightened that he's got to help everyone he meets. Everything. Open doors. Here's my jacket. Puddle. Here's my jacket. Help you. Here's my arm. Let's get over here. Pick him up. Pick her up. From the mosh pit. Hold on. Oops. What is it? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Let's hear it again. How you doing? Oh, so working on the next project. We're kind of today we're scouting ideas. We scouted a location and we found it. Here, look. This is the location for the. We're gonna reach out to the manager and the PR person and the chief managing officer of Mickey Rourke, who I believe is still with us. I know he had a bit of plastic surgery. He's sort of got that like perma smile, I guess they call it now. And the perma smile is not something you want to have in the industry because they're not going to make a film around you unless Darren Aronofsky feels like making The Wrestler Part 2. And I'm not sure. But Marissa Tomei, I'm not going to get anyway. So look, what I would like is for maybe we could reach out to Marissa Tomei's people and Mickey Rourke, and instead of doing a wrestler film, maybe we could do like a 2025, 2026 mashup of like it's called Wild Orchid. This doesn't close properly. Wild Orchid Part 2 and 3. Well, I'm not going to show that on this, and we'll do a series, based on the softcore. I guess I wouldn't call it fiction because it doesn't have a plot. Does it have a script? Does it have a script? So I might look this up after this live stream. The actual script for Wild Orchid. That's so New York. Wild Orchid. And Mickey Rourke is an actor, and that was his heyday. It was like James Spader, and who else? Jeff Goldblum. How'd Jeff Goldblum get in there? I said, well, let's do this. I prefer this. So I was saying, why are the power lines on the side of the park? It makes zero sense, right? And I said, well, this time around, I'm floating around the Caribbean island hopping and seeing what the scene is like, especially with the surveillance state of things in 1984, Orwellian authoritarian state of things, right? Or totalitarian, whatever it is, I don't know, but it's not good for Pachamama. It's not the natural way. It's ecocide. It's all that's nihilism, and then the ego. So if the people are ego driven, they didn't really get it. They're still on level 2. That's shocking. So yeah, go figure. What was I saying? So here, the surveillance state in Trinidad is like even more ridiculous. They do it the Trinidadian way, and that's like they have 7 cameras on one post with a lot of them facing each other, much like in Ecuador. They had a lot of like 4 or 5, but I never saw 7 or 8. And here, I think they doubled it. So, and it's sort of like barnacles on this light post. It's like, why do they need so many? I say it must be competing agencies, but why are they staring at each other at such close proximity? I said it didn't make sense at all. So I just report that. I just said what I saw that and I told you, right? That's it. Doesn't go further than that, right? I mean, well, it should. I mean, you should tell someone, say, why do we need this stuff and who invited them? Because, like, in Ecuador, the indigenous, they had gone to Washington. They had spoken. And even they had a gentleman, might have been Dutchman or something. He had, like, billions of dollars that he put up to help these people. And then they, like, after winning that, like, shortly after, they were retaliated against in the worst way possible. So, I mean, you can't win these days. But what are you supposed to do for Pachamama, for Jah, for the Lord, right? Because his kids have gotten so bad. Whew. Whoa, did his kids get bad, right? They forgot the plot. They forgot Jah. They forgot the Lord, right? They became bloodthirsty. They became money hungry, greedy, taken from their brothers and sisters. They don't care anymore. They don't want to make a difference, right? They don't want to help anybody. They have no intention of peace. What else? What else, right? That's what I learned from reading the news, right? They have no intention of peace, right? That we know. That much we know, right? And now, perfect timing. Yeah, of course. I had to be here, right? Right next to Venezuela, right? Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. And they said it last week. Dear Lord, they said it last week, dear Lord. I do everything for you, Lord, okay? If it's for you, I will take the effort. All the way, I'll try. I not try, I do. Come on. Come on, man. Anyway. Right. So, I don't know what happened. But, that's that. What did I say? Never ending story. Never ending story. It sounded there's a Yes song from the Ladder. And the promise was made. And the promise was made. Here, Chris Squire and John Anderson. John Anderson, the Band Geeks. I know one of the band. I don't know him well, but I went to school with one of those geeks. Literally geeks. Not a cool person. The guitar player they have, the bald guy, he's not cool. Sorry, not cool. Who else do I go to school with? Who else is not cool? Regina Spektor's not cool. Oh, what? Oops, I said what I said. Walk down the side. Oh, Dionne Warwick. Oops, I said what I said. It also said, and I stand by this. Jesus is a Palestinian. Oh. Hammer. Too legit. Sad, too legit. Dun. Sweat, running out jet. So Wild Orchid 2 and 3, Mickey Rourke, call me. Get in the horn. Thank you, Joe. Please, Lord, look. Please, let's pray. Pray for this. I mean, look, I want my next film to be amazing. You know what, John? You tell me. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't think so small. Maybe it won't be a film. Maybe I'm going to establish a global Todd network where people can really, truly express themselves the way they want to in a non-violent, non-offensive, non-gory, non-traumatizing kind of way. How's that? And we'll have a Todd network. I said, Ja, you lead. You tell me, Ja. I'm not going to be like those Scarfaces or these whatever they do. I don't never say follow me. Never. You gotta follow the source, Lord, Jah, Allah Akbar, Salam Alaikum, please. Shalom. Yikes news. Oh, that's it. Yikes news. What's this? What's that? What's that like? What's he like? Well, that's Nana Cherry. Oh, Nana Cherry, Queen. Oh, Nana Cherry, and then of course the brother. I think he's younger. He's like, tonight, I tell the bank and tonight. Tomorrow's promise to no one. Tonight, joy in the moonlight. But I always, you know what? He had, I don't know all the songs. He had one really big hit song that, Buck Cherry. No, that's the guy's name is Todd too. Right? Buck Cherry. Todd Solange. Why am I going off on tangents here? It's better to go off on a tangent than to just go off. Tangents. I never learned tangents in mathematics. I didn't get that far. So that looks hard. I didn't get that far in mathematics, to be honest. But I'm good at math because I'm good at music, so I can add up things quick. And I see the numbers in the nature, and and something. Oh, and then like Nintendo, But years later, with a retro system that has 60,000 plus games, and I'm on some sort of dose of LSD, and I'm looking at these secret messages that the Japanese programs have left for me. Wow! Dear Joe, look. That's good. All right now. That's like almost. All right now. Where did you go? Your love is love. And then down in shallow water before I get to take. Oh, and then. Yeah, that's good. And, it's called Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. Edie Brickell. She used to do. She looked like she didn't pee before she. We used to joke. I think my mom said it too. Like, she didn't pee before filming the video, so she's like, nah, I gotta pee. She's looking like one of these like Asian girls like from the videos outside the porta potty and you can't get in. So she's like, I can't even do it. Dear Lord. Oh, Edie Brickell. Now I've wanted you, Edie Brickell, and your ilk, right? Bohemians, right? Oh, she's so free. She seems really free, right? Hmm. Sorry, I don't want to be piggish. Oy, 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 oy. But that's what sells, right? That's the algorithm, right? Act like a pig, do jackass stuff, barf in public, fart in someone's face, kick someone down the stairs, all this bad shit. That's what gets the algorithm on YouTube. You get it yet? It's a jackass platform. I figured it out a while ago, actually. I said, I will never try to get more viewers. Once I've reached 1,000, did you notice that? I didn't even try to excel after that, right? It went up to, I think we're up at like 1.04. It's not 1.4, but 0.5. It means it's only like, if I'm lucky, like 38 viewers plus 1,000. But I mean, seriously, anybody who, I wonder if anybody actually really knows me at all, because they assume that I'm after this golden calf bullshit, and I'm not. Thank you. It's fair coming from all sides. I know it's bad, but I do this so that you can hear the message of the day, whatever that is. And what the Lord tells me, I can tell you. Is that okay? I like to share. You don't have to watch. It's free. I'm not asking for nada. Now I say nada, right? Because actually it's con mucho gusto. Otherwise, Look, if you can't, look, there's one thing I'm going to say. If you cannot speak the language of the country you're in, well, or you're not trying to learn, if you're being stubborn and you're being arrogant and you're being proud and you don't want to learn English and you're in an English speaking country, like Trinidad, for example, right? Well, that looks hard. I said, well, I know when I meet someone who's not from Trinidad, and they're usually pretty pushy, and I'll know that because a Trini won't leave the block. You may piss off a Trini with this cultural faux pas or whatever, but you leave the block, they're back with their homies, and 5 minutes later, forgot about it. They'll never leave the block. On the other hand, people from other places, maybe some, I don't know what to call it. I guess you call it, I wouldn't say mafia, but probably a part of some sort of disorganized crime. Let's call it disorganized crime. They've never really reported about it much in the press, what's going on in Trinidad, and that is that Venezuela, the neighboring country to the west, has been invading this good soil, the good God's good earth in the West Indies Caribbean. Is that these folks over there have invaded here for a long time. I'm not sure when I'm going to do a little research on and get the numbers for you. It's been as long as when my mom was here and she was being harassed. Okay, so why don't they deport these people, right? What are they waiting for? Anyway, so I always tend to think maybe strange bedfellows, like in Ecuador, right? Like the guy they have now, he was a banana gark. He was smuggling banana and cocaine. It was just, I mean, bananas are good, but the cocaine's no good for nothing. No medicinal value whatsoever. And I said, how did he fit that? Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So he's in competition with the cartels, and that's who's running it over there. Okay. Another reason why I left. Get me? And that's like all of Latin America now. I don't know one country in Latin America. Guyana came into oil through offshore drilling. That's how that occurred. It wasn't like it was there. Oh, natural pitch lake, like here. There's a pitch lake here. in La Brea, the La Brea tar pits, actually. And this is a natural place, like Ecuador, right? Maybe Ecuador has more biodiversity as far as like four different climates going on in the same landmass, you know. And it's a great place actually. I love it. If I could go back, I would, but I'm not going to pay $470 just to go back within the next 2 years. I mean, that shows me the krankhaft, how krank. It's sick. This is a sick system. And so I said, I will not endorse that. I'm not going to play along with this either. I'll go the other way. And if by not endorsing you is well, it's not about that. It's about doing the right thing. I don't care about that stuff. These bad actors, I want to avoid them at all costs. Right? Go up. There must be some good actors on the world stage, right? There must be. Hard to find, right? Um, Customer used to be king. Customer's always right. No, not anymore. It's a buy-in. And if you want to go on tour, you got to pay the headlining band so you can have a spot at the merch table, and then maybe if you sell enough t-shirts or CDs or cassettes or VHSs or Betamaxes or Laserdiscs or whatever you do with your time, and stickers and bumper stickers and condoms and whatever have you, and vinyls, of course, double-sided. And I said, well, that looks hard. Actually, because the only way to make a living in music, you can't do it in one facility. You can't just do music. You can't just do painting. You can't just do styrofoam. You can't just do paper mache. You can't just do. You have to do a lot of things. That's why I do a lot of things. You get that? I started off as a bass player. I was stuck in bassland, the bass ghetto, as it were, for 30 years. A grief cloud, losing my dad, and after wanting to be like the #1 hit star, youngest star on Saturday Night Live at however old I would be, you know. But when I was 12, Dad died, and I became like a little British, Cockney-speaking, soft-spoken bass player who would really come alive on stage. So I became like this sort of really introvert because I was very extroverted as a child, like my mom. People who know my mom, I was just like her. Someone would say rambunctious even, and but I was also like Dad. So I had Dad's humor. I had some kind of like Devo subversive humor at a very young age. I mean, at the age of 2, I was conducting Tchaikovsky in a little box. I had a little, I had a Hot Wheels, it was like a quad or something, four-wheeler back in the day. And it was fun. That was fun. I never got into sports. I went to baseball camp, and that was weird because it's just like it was like macho, spitting and grabbing the crotch. It was so stupid, but I learned the game of baseball. I really appreciate it. I don't like watching sports. I'd rather play it. So if I have the opportunity to play baseball, softball, wiffle ball, I love wiffle ball. Might be one of my all-time favorites of all time. Golden favorites, golden greats. Hammer, MC Hammer. We got to pray, just to make it. It's true. We got to make it today through prayer. Thank you, MC Hammer. He gave all his riches to his friends, and they gave him nada. They gave him bupkis. They gave him this much. He gave him all of his riches, and then he had to restart. I think as a priest, maybe. I don't know if he marries people now. Maybe he ordains ceremonies, but this is what his friends gave him. He gave them everything, his riches, everything, right? They gave him, just like when I go out and they ask me for everything, right? And they give me this, right? So does it, what? And they give me this. Could you help write a song? Could you help find a studio? Could you help find an actor and actress? Could you help find a director? Could you help find a filmmaker? Could you help find a live streamer? On and on and on and on. This is how much they help. They couldn't go on their phone. They'll help themselves, but they wouldn't look on the phone. It would take them a minute to look, right? And they're dismissing the mission of the Lord, which is to get along, regardless of what you think of. I mean, if you're stuck on pigmentation, I say this every time. You're not in my category. You're not even in my neck of the woods. Sorry, you're not in my league. I wasn't raised that way, so you could get lost real quick. And look, this kind of stuff. I mean, it should have died out years ago, but here it is, still rearing its ugly head. So we have a lot to do on the spiritual, for lack of a better term, spiritual warfare level, and that's what it is. Because everywhere you go, you saw it there. You saw it the day of the riots. You saw it all that stuff, the insurrection, all that stuff. And here we are. How'd that happen? Well, apparently, we must give it to the Lord. We must go up to the Elohim, highest good. And these people do very upsetting things. These are undefendable, unspeakable acts in which I can't believe what they do. I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful to be here, thankful to be me, thankful to be with Jah in every breath, every step of the way. I say, thank you. Please guide my steps, dear Lord. Please guide my breath. Please guide my intentions, dear Lord. Please guide me towards peace and harmony and helping my fellow brethren, my brothers and sisters in the world, my toddsters and toddettes, in the world, my living folks. Life is for the living. L'chaim, mazel tov, shkol. And that's that. That's that. And that's that. We'll give it to the Most High. Don't touch the cables if they're there. I love adventure lifestyle. But when I'm walking down the street, roll up to night. If I see a hanging cable, it's like being in that video game. Paper boy, paper boy. Anyway, I think that happened. Alright, so MC Hammer walking down the street. He gave all his money to everybody he'd meet. He was a real nice guy. And then his friends milked him dry. Drier than a, I don't know, drier than a, dry, what's drier than drier than a desert. No dessert. He skipped dessert. He gave his friends dessert. He said, I will skip dessert, but you can have the creme brulee. Yeah. Whoa. And for the Lord, I will do this for you, Lord, because I love you so much, Lord. I'll do for you. I'll go all the way for you, my Lord. All right. I have to. If I think it and I don't do it, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to kick myself. I don't want to have a Michael Richards moment. Oh, yeah. What happened? What happened, John? Hey, John. Well, you know what? Michael Richards, he was actually Stanley Spadowski in UHF. UHF. Weird Al. Shalom. Oh, Lord, you're so good. You're too good. You're too good, Lord. Spoiling me. Like Dad. Like Dad did, you know? It's uncanny. When the Lord spoils me, spoiling Todd David Goldfish, you know? I mean, he goes to town. You know, he gets the best video game. He might be doing the night shift. He's got to sleep during the day, but he did probably he probably spent a little time in, you know, sometime 15 minutes or 20 minutes in the video store looking at what game his son Todd would love to play for the weekend because he knows he has to work and he might not be available that much. So get him the best game. Baruch atah Adonai, v'yet gadal, v'yet gadal, v'yet gadal gadash, v'yet gadash, Shema Rabba Rabbo. Amen. Peace. My Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Best dad in the galaxy, best dad in the universe. How'd I turn out this way? Paul Goldfinger, my dad, who raised me as his own. You know? Anyway, he was the best guy ever because when he passed, he was 91. I saw what a dark place the world could be. You know, he wasn't there to protect me anymore. And then the bullies came out, you know. Yeah, the neighbors blew up my mailbox 3 times. And then the brother-in-law, the lovely brother-in-law, right, calls my house when I'm 15 and says he's going to kill my little dog. Yeah, that's how I grew up. And now, highly decorated. God bless you. Happy Labor Day. Happy Memorial Day. Yom Kippur. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kodashanu b'mitzvotav. Shalom. Shalom. I grew up in upstate New York, and my parents were my best friends. We'd go out like a bunch of swingers. Amazing. Bahamas. My first travel was Toronto at 7 months. Quietest baby in existence. Yeah, still kind of. Well, Dad was very enlightened when he delivered me. Mom was sleeping. It was a C-section. And he was smiling. His face, I can't even emulate it, but it was the smile of the Buddha, Jewish Buddha. He was like a big Russian bear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very, very Slavic Jewish. Very, very much so. Very, very Borscht Belt. Oh, that's where they met. They met in the Catskills. A Homowek in the Catskills. Now it's probably a casino, and I don't know if they have any entertainment. But if they did, I would have been trying to say, "Hey, let's start the entertainment again in the Catskills." My parents met here, and they got married. I walked past the place today. It's called the Red House. My dad, Paul Goldfinger, my mom, Camille, got married here at the Red House 52 years ago. That's that. So when people, oh, where are you from? I said, I'm half Trini. And now Trini Jew. Right? And so the guy who was harassing me today, I usually just walk on by. So today he harasses me, comes out, and I had some leftovers, but look, I am a very nonviolent person, but I make jokes sometimes, just like in a very Sacha Baron Cohen, Barat, Bruno kind of way. And he comes out, and it's almost in my face, and he says, "I don't like the way you move." I'm like, "Who asked you?" I said, "Well, what's it to you?" Right? So, whatever it was, right? He's like, "I saw you talking to my cousin." I said, "I mean the trainee on the block with the roll-ons?" Yeah, I wanted to get a nug of the thing, and he wouldn't even give me that, right? But are you gonna ask me for cigarettes now? We do. I want to do a meme. If anybody's watching this, you want to clip this and make a meme. I want two flames to come out of this. Is how I felt. I know it's not a nice thing, but I'm gonna do it like this. It was like, peace, but it's hard. It's hard. But it's better. It's better. It's better. Better. Anyway, it's very zen. It's zen. A kind of zen, But God bless everybody. It's like it's just that when I'm walking down the street, why is this person who's like maybe the smallest? Actually, it turns out this person doesn't live there. They're like squatting, and his nephew's hustling people, probably turning tricks as a tranny. Ugh, disgusting. Sorry. Ugh, 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 ugh. So anyway, I made a police report. Like, what was it? It's an hour and a half ago. Okay, but they took so much information about me, and then I showed my press pass. I said, "This is who I am. Thank you. If you ever need me, let me know. We could film stuff." You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what they do, but they have a media unit in New York, and I would like to apply to that. It doesn't matter. I mean, I would love to apply to be a part of that unit and interview people, get their stories, to listen, be there, hold their hand. So this is the part of the live stream that goes. So he said, "I don't like the way you move." And the only other thing I could do, he said, "I'm going to teach you how to be a real Trini." I said, "Oh, that's nice. Yeah. You gonna make me a curry and invite me in for some callaloo and maybe some macaroni pie? I love it. I will need some pepper sauce and a lot of it. I won't throw that in your face. Peace, peace, peace. Hello, can they go? Go up to the Elohim. Elohim is the highest road, right? So look, I didn't curse the guy out. I just walked to the police station and said this guy, and then actually has a Star of David. You see that? Anyway, I'm not gonna make too much fuss. God bless you wherever you are. If you're just tuning in now, this is the what's my name? What's my name again? What's my age again? Welcome to toddgoldfinger.com, the live stream experience version. Buckle your seats, folks. Do not watch this while driving. Do not watch this while eating or any kind of. Well, I say, give it to the Most High, Baruch Atah Adonai. That's it. You lose your way, give it up, Baruch Atah Adonai. I love the Lord. Thank you for this. If I ever fail, please help me up. I need it, please, because I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. Does anybody want to make mistakes? But there could be cultural faux pas here and there. People could explode on you. They could act stupid. They could say stuff that comes out of, beyond left field, just out of outer space. We don't know. And I'm stunned when they say stuff. I see stuff on the news. I'm just, whoa. I mean, I'm not checking it as much as I did in Ecuador. I was pretty obsessed with the news one time, and I was doing mushrooms after that, and there wasn't enough time from. I should have took like a news media break of at least 3 or 4 days after watching DW News and Al Jazeera and Democracy Now! For like 5 hours a day. What the heck was I thinking? Anyway, so I did that. I looked at the news a lot, and then I mushroomed it. Deborah, yeah. Devora, maybe you could be my lady friend. I don't know. Maybe you want to think about it. I don't know about that, but maybe you could be a friend, a platonic. We'll start with platonic. I don't know if you're single. I don't know if you're married, or maybe you're Hindu, maybe Mormon, or polyamorous or polygamous. I don't know, but I would never assume anything, and I would always give you the benefit of the doubt. I start with 100% trust, and so to the other people what they're doing with it. It could last a minute or a lifetime. He goes, hello. Come on. Hey, wait. Is it? Hey, come here often? What's with the long face? That's with the long face. I thought this was downtown Siberia. I thought we were in downtown Novosibirsk. What's going on with the no smiles, no humor? What's going on, folks? You look like some. Oh yeah. I get. VS Gadal, VS Gadash, VS Bo. Oh man, here's a tour. There's a saw. I don't use that. I don't touch it. I don't go near it. I don't usually look at it. This I don't look at either. That's like my dad's stuff. If my dad was here, he is here, but anyway. So, here's a what? My holy father, who art thou in heaven? I'm talking about my daddy, and we're going here. Oh shit! Whoa! I don't know what's going on here. Who's here? I don't. What am I? What kind of tour am I giving? Welcome to Cribs. Live stream edition. This is Todd Goldfinger of ToddGoldfinger.com. I made it myself. I don't use any social media. And you can check it out. It's 4,000 views every 30 days. That's what it says. And I don't follow the algorithm because I don't roll with squares. I don't roll with squares. I don't roll with squares. I can't roll with squares. Peace, shalom. God bless you and your way. I hope you're not working for the killing machine. I hope that blood money don't go to waste. Put it in a better place. Barakata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Asher Kadashana B'mitzvotav Barakata Adonai. You got it, boys. You got it. It's for you. If you're watching this, that was just for you. That was for you. For you. For you. For you. For the homies, for the homies, for the homies, for the homies, for the ones who crossed over, for the homies, for the homies, for the ones who crossed over. Vayet Gadol, Vayet Gadash, Shema, Rabba, That's all I know of it, but at least the first line you could say, and that's good enough for those who have passed. It's a blessing to those who have crossed over. Wish you thanks. Help us from there, if you could. We say that the Lord, the ones we lost, the ancestors, be with us today and every day. Walk with us, please. Like Legion down the street. Legion of angels. Angels of that. Right? Light? They're like very, very positive, high frequency light we're talking here, right? It will rattle your soul. It will make you laugh. It will tickle your rib cage. It will make you sweat. A good one though, like, right? Like a good one, If you're playing bass or if you're playing drums or if I play bass for a long time, I will sweat. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I sweat when I play bass for 4 or 5 hours. Show well, show enough. Show well, show enough. I haven't had a bass in a while. I haven't had a guitar to strum. An acoustic guitar I haven't seen in a way. Mornin, yeah. Ow! Oh. So I was raised in the 80s. Some people were raised in Hades. I was raised in the 80s. Where were you born? And what changed since then? When you were pure, innocent, there's no way, positive light, high vibration, Elohim. When did it change? When did you get a zombie on you that sucked out your brain? When did it happen? When did it happen to you? Let's walk a little bit more. What's over here? Oh, this is the set for. I don't want to say it. This is where we're going to film the next film. It's called Wild Orchid 2.3. And I'm hoping to reach out to Sir Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke will help a lot with the filming and writing and producing and direction and executive producing. Mickey Rourke, such a good guy. And I'm hoping to reach out to him real soon so that he can help with this great project that I'll be asking Jah to write each letter, everything. I need you, Jah. I need you, Lord. Please help with this next project, whatever it is. I know I'm joking around about this Mickey Rourke thing. I'm joking. But I just want to add humor to the world, Lord. I want the people to laugh if I could. If the people could laugh, I'd feel better. Even if they were laughing at me. Say, for some reason, I didn't tie my shoes correctly, which would be ridiculous nowadays because I give it up to the Lord. Probably wouldn't happen these days. I'm not very clumsy anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not really awkward either. I kind of walk up. I feel the vibe. And if it ain't good, I walk away real quick, right? I said, this is the part of town I won't come to. I'll see your face again. I won't walk that way. I know that is the border. I don't go there. And I don't do that. So I don't do that. And I don't do that. And I don't do that. I said, Toddy. Hey, Deborah, I don't know what you're asking. And who are you? Who are you anyway, Deborah? Who are you? What are you doing here? Who are you? Yeah. Ooh. My favorite chord progression. Like that. Baruch atah, Baruch atah, Labush. It's a good riff. That's like to the fifth. It's like an inverted fifth. Like a instead of going up to the fifth, it's like a lower fifth. It's a fourth up. Yeah. Some musician people might get that. And one, two, I think they probably did metal versions of that, right? Oh well. Well, here's to the WWF. Well, it was good in the beginning. It was cool, right? I mean, Hulk Hogan, God rest his soul. V'yit Gadal, V'yit Gadash, V'shema Rabo, Hulk Hogan. Oi, who just somebody else passed? Ozzy. V'yit Gadal, V'yit Gadash, Shema Rabba. Amen. Ozzy, Amen. Who else? Who else passed? Ozzy's an honorary Jew because his wife is a Sharon. Sharon, right? She's very Jewish. I mean, she said she converted to Christianity, but I don't know why she'd do that. But anyway, the father is a very big manager in the biz. His name is Don Arden. And that's how she got in the biz. Sharon, right? Sharon Arden is her maiden name before she became Ozzy's wife. Most famously, right? But you might not know the story if you're just tuning in. When Sharon met Ozzy, if you're just tuning in, Sharon was just starting out. Maybe she might have been, getting coffee for people at the office. Who knows what, right? But she was working at her dad's company as like an talent agent. An agent, which is pretty cool, right? For she might have been, I don't know, pretty 20s, and you're starting out at a college or whatever. Dad's business management company. Go visit this guy. He's a bit of an addict. He has to pay this back royalties or whatever, or you have to give him the check, whatever it was. I don't know if he had to pay or they were giving him a check. Anyway, he's like living in dire straits. He's living in a hotel room now, right? On just like borrowed time, borrowed money, and he's circling the drain. And Sharon, the Jew that she is, saves his life. And the career he had is because of her and her father's great legacy, which paved the way for some really great albums, some great songs. A lot of those songs, even those really amazing ones, he may not have written himself. He wasn't like a solo. He was never a singer-songwriter. Ozzy. He was more the guy that people wrote songs for, especially because when he wasn't getting beat up by Tony Iommi in high school before they formed Black Sabbath, which was originally called Earth, Earth, the original Black Sabbath, before it was Black Sabbath. And they saw this thing with Bela Lugosi, and they didn't know that stuff was real. They had no idea that black magic or voodoo or any of that was real, and they definitely dabbled in it, and they suffered. Ozzy got Parkinson's at the end, and he was a pot smoker. Pot is good for Parkinson's. So I don't know what happened there. God rest his soul. Baruch atah Adonai, v'yit gadal v'yit gadash, Shema Rabo. Baruch atah. Thank you. And that's that. Be good to each other. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. There's so many thou shalt nots. There are a lot. But you should learn them. There's a better life. Better harmony in the world. I mean, people used to ask the question like maybe 20, 30 years ago, what kind of world are we going to leave to our kids? I said, they don't even ask that now. They're just trying to survive and rip off the next person. And they may have enough. They may have a few businesses. They maybe have a few rentals spaces or a few Airbnbs or whatever they're doing on the side there, right? And they're still going to ask you for money. They're still going to ask you for a cigarette or this or that or buy them a beer. Well, how about a juice or a water? No, I'm a real G. Buy me a beer. I said, well, I don't have to do that, actually. So you could stay there, and I'm going, thanks. Most High, dear Lord, that's a good thing. They never leave the block. You leave the bar. You're safe. Peace. But if they follow you, and then you know they might not be from here. They might be elsewhere. We don't know, 'cause it's no fun. Ben and Aliyah, Barachatana, Elohim, learn the language at the least, right? I mean, look, of course, we don't want criminals. Of course, we don't want gang members, of course, but then these people are also criminals, so it's kind of like Pharaoh fighting his own tail. And a lot of the times they paint with a broad brush, they throw out the baby with the bath water, and then they forget the plot. Oi, Baruch atah, oi, thou shalt not kill. Reinstate the International Criminal Court in Den Haag. It's in Amsterdam. You can find it on the internet. Write a real email. Don't use AI. Let them know what you think of the state of the world today. As a citizen of the world, Baruch atah, most high, go up, go up, go up. Don't get stuck in the river. Connect to source. That's why they call us the chosen people, because we're connected to source. We're connected to source, of course. Dear Lord, most high. I don't want to touch the cables. No. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I did take my cap off, but I got schmutzy. I got a little schmutzy here. I got a little schmutzy. A little schmutzy, schmutzy, schmutzy. A little schmutzy, schmutzy. All right, man. It's raining. You like it? I love it. I dig it. I dig it. Are we seeing enough here? No fun. All right, here we go. Phil Collins is really great. Poor Phil Collins. Poor Phil Collins. What? That's why I think he's up. Connect. Connect you. Down at the office, had to fill out the forms. A pink one, a red one, so many to choose. No, don't tell anybody what I wanna do. I let it find out. You know they'll never let me through. I don't know. Yeah, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Lord. You're the best. Thank you, Lord. You're really the best. You really are. True, true and true. You're good. You're good. I love you, Lord. Really? Hey, what? I don't know. I'll try. I prefer, I do have a stand for the phone, but I just don't use it because I feel a little bit spoiled using it. Like, I'd rather use my creativity. Oh, that's, you see, to get these kinds of different angles, maybe I prefer to work a little bit harder, not cut corners, do things the right way the first time, take my time doing them, one by one, stone by stone. Wing of the bird, covered in oil by the Exxon Valdez. How many spills? How many kills? It was never meant to be that way. Thank you. I turn to you. I turn to you, my listen. Oi, that would have been something. That would have really been something. Huh? Okay, we're gonna turn it to Josh. Oh, see, we can't do this now. We cannot do this now. I cannot do this now. I will turn this. I will turn this strip around. Turn your love around. Do I have everything? What am I doing? I don't want to lose stuff, right? Is this? You want to see this? I want to show you this. At the other side, I had the phones. A red one of things, want so many to choose. I can't find a good angle here. What am I gonna do with this? Oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. I don't even. But it reminds me, there was a video game called Gremlins 2. Does anybody remember Gremlins 2? The video game? It was made by, was it Tecmo? Not Tato, but it was Tecmo. And I don't know what else to say. I'm not sure. So many to choose. I'm not very flexible. If I was Barishnikov, I could get my leg up here, but I'm not Barishnikov. If I was Barishnikov, I could. If I was Barishnikov, I could get my leg up here, but I can't. I'll try. I don't want to hurt myself, because if I did, this would go viral. I don't care about any of that. I'm being shadow banned anyway. They never let it out of the box. The man. Barishnikov. Send in the donos. I'm Barishnikov. Just kidding. That's that. Thanks. You know what? So today's scouting day. We're scouting the scene for to do a film. We don't know even what it is yet. I didn't write the script, and I'm leaving it to Ja. And Ja found me this place too. So now I know that this could be used as a set. This could be a film set, right? Look at this. What a set. What a set. Whoa. I'm living in a film set. My next film is here. So Ja has quadruply. I can't even count how. God bless you. God bless everyone out there. I love you so much. Have a great time. Have a great day. Great existence. Help someone. If there's a reason to get out of bed, help yourself. Find a good resume. Work on your resume. Write your resume. Start from scratch again if it's wrong. Work for a job, quit your job, walk away, don't riot, no violence. No violence. Hey, we gotta find another way. We gotta find another way. Another way. We gotta find a way. Right away, right away. What a place! I had basically the whole place to myself. There may be a couple people, but it's a hard. It's like it's so big. It's one of the biggest places I ever lived in. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's it's what's called it's called a plantation house. It means that in the days of slavery, or as they call it for the Indians, indentured servitude, and they promised them land. They did get the land, but imagine 140 years later, they still couldn't settle it. Yikes! But don't worry, it won't go on the Yikes network. I won't. I won't post that on the Yikes network. It won't go out. Oi, how? How could they? Oi, 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 oi. Shame on them. Shame, 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 shame. Right? Big shame. Because these are the people who won't help you when they could help you, right? Maybe they could call somebody. Maybe they could look something up. Maybe they could give advice, but they don't even want to make the effort these days. It's pretty crooked. Sucks. So I ain't dealing with that. I won't. I will not. I will not. Because it's so below the grade. So below the grade. It doesn't even enter into the sphere of being that I would like to be in. And I don't jive with that, and I can't roll with squares. I can't roll with squares. Basic. If you like my stuff, that's great. God bless you. But we probably won't hang. If you're into pot, that's nice. But you know, it ain't gonna go that far. It ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna tell you, it won't go that far. It really won't. So I might swipe left real quick. When I see that you're milking me, when you turn on me, when you perceive me as having more than you, then you turn on me. But I'm really like Britney Spears, and they shave my head. Elisa took $200 for shaving my head, but at least we gave the hair to locks of love. Thank you, Duran. Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai. So Duran, today, I'm a self-proclaimed rabbi. So I'm going to ordain. I got to do it right. Sorry. I'm going to ordain today Duran of the EFOC network. Okay, he edits for them. Okay, I'm going to say Duran is an honorary Jew starting today. He's that good of a person. Okay, he may have some questionable things, but Duran is an honorary Jew today and then. When he was my bro, when he stuck up for me, he became Jewish. Sorry to say it. Not sorry to say it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kashanu. Duran, hey bro, you're a Jew now. If you want to be, you get it all now. It's like Mega Man. You get the light beam, all that. Anyway, so it's great, and you're connected to Source, and that's where we get along. You go out there, you meet the angels, don't you? Right? Sometimes you get some crabbies, right? Some real crab apples, right? I said, "What's up, there, bums?" Right? What happened there? What didn't they get? What didn't they have? What didn't they complete? Oh, oh, oh. What didn't they do? Or what did they do? And they can't forgive themselves to allow good things back into their life, even though y'all want it. Didn't your guy suffer for you? The one from Montana with the planner, but not the Afro beard. I'm talking about your brother Palestinian from Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Shema Yisrael. Good afternoon prayer, and then I'll have my lunch. It's leftovers. I don't have to walk anywhere. I'll stay here and work on finding connections to the next film I make or whatever Josh says is right. Hold on. What Josh tell me to do? That's right. I don't listen to the audience. Jazz musician. Thanks. That's how I live. Thank you. Glenn Ross. always be closing for Jah. Well, if you're going to close it for Jah. Don't do it for selfish reasons, I say, oh, I'm going to do this so I could get some more cocaine. Well, that's not a good reason. Well, that looks hard. I said, well, you might want to do it for a different reason. You might want a Frigidaire. It's pretty old school. I love it. Does it work? Yeah. Woo. We're cooking. Does it? So we're on Cribs. This is live streamer Cribs Todd Goldfinger edition from toddgoldfinger.com. .biz.whiz, don't whiz, and here he is. Ha! That's a good starter. So anyway, this is where he is, and we're gonna film some pretty dark scenes. Not today. No, just kidding. Dark in that we're not gonna use any real lighting. It's just gonna look like this, and it's gonna be like a Blair Witch, but in color, not black and white. It'll be a very folklorish thing, and this will be the setting. I was kidding about the whole Mickey Rourke thing. We switched gears now. We're doing a folklore series, and all this has already been written because they've existed for maybe millennia through the ancient tribes and the indigenous cultures that actually came from. You see, this is where I say to people, you could actually, maybe not adhere so much to the whole Adam and Eve thing, because there are many, many entry points upon this good earth, God's good earth. You know what I mean? That entry points where civilization began, actually. Now, maybe there was some sort of alien turtle that gave birth along the shores and made all of these lovely people you see before you today in all of these great lands. And I said, well, they came from so many entry points. There are 6 that we know of, but I'm very sure with research and a lot of archaeology, if that's allowed, if they don't bomb everywhere and plant landmines in places that were once beautiful and smelled like freedom, well, then the world might be an okay place if they don't do that. But it seems like that's all they want. All they want is mutually assured destruction. They're gone tomorrow because all they want is mutually assured destruction. Oh, all that they want is mutually assured destruction. And they're gone tomorrow. Get it? All that they want is mutually assured destruction. Well, they have no intention of peace. They are headed for the east. They have no intention of peace or grace. They don't believe in love. They don't believe in science. They don't believe in education. They don't believe in education. They don't believe in education. They want to put it into the bins. That's offense. I think they change the vocabulary a little bit. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my keys. I'll leave it for now. This is where I could do a show here. Actually, look, interview show. We're gonna do a little. Let's do this. So we're gonna have a guest here. But this is good. Look, we can't have guests. Todd, you can't have it. Well, I have an event. I'll make a guest out of puppets and pumpkins and squash and stuff and provisions. Those are vegetables that come from the earth. Provisions are vegetables that come from the earth. Okay, so here is where the show may begin. I said this is going to be this is the new talk show, and we're gonna have some. I can't invite guests. I can't have any visitors. Oh yeah, yikes! All right, so scratch that idea. Anyway, so we'll just work on the film. Forget the live stream and stuff, and the YouTube. Anyway, I don't believe in the YouTube anyway. I told you about that, right? The algorithm thing is another techno-fascist colonialist tool of what? The devil. So I'm going to be done with this YouTube thing real quick. I'm very honest with you. I don't like the algorithm. I don't want like what they consider to be fashionable. I never liked. Now you see they just were trying to cut me down that second. Really, you see that? They just cut into the broadcast. So I'm going to tell you right now, I need a real network. This stuff is for the birds. YouTube is very bad. I deleted all the Google stuff from my phone, and they retaliated against me by not allowing me to download any apps. So you know what? I have to go directly to the websites oftentimes and check the news, and that's better. Because if I really want to check the news, I'll go the distance for that. But for other stuff, I will not just send people videos all day. So maybe it's a good thing. God bless you. Wish you all the best. Peace on God's good green earth. Let's keep her nice and safe and sound and prosperous, and let's be nonviolent. Let's not be violent. Please, folks, we should not resort to violence for any reason. Eat something, jack off, rub one out, do what you got to do, but do not resort to violence. Sorry, it's not cool, and I think I know why people are doing it. People are getting crushed. They're getting squeezed. They're getting purged. They're getting pushed around energetically, spiritually. The spiritual warfare I speak of, dear friends. Thank you, dear friends. Shalom. And when I say shalom, I say we must find solutions that are peaceful. It's too late for a two-state solution. They've demolished the whole land. There's nothing there to inhabit. They're probably going to take it over so they can have the strategic piece of land in for dominion in the Middle East. And then they're going to start. I mean, things could have gone differently, but it was a British Balfour Doctrine in 1917. He was a colonialist British, and he effed off. He had a good life after that. He was like the guy, the Indian guy they had in UK who effed off too, and he wound up working for like sex or whatever, or some big agency, big hedge fund thing, like founding who Lord knows what they do, right? I mean, they use words that normal people don't use, and they're smiling all the time. This was a guy who was sending back refugees, people from actual war-torn countries, people who were like facing horrible trauma, mucho distress, you know, in Africa. And this Indian brother was sending back our African brothers because of paperwork. A lot of them died on the way back. V'yit gadal, v'yit gadash, shema rabo baruch atah Adonai. God bless you, my friends. Heart, 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 heart first. Heart chakra, right? Voice. Last shred of democracy you have is this. Use it. I love you. Peace. God bless you. Someone's asking for me. Peace on earth. God bless you. Shalom, baruch atah Adonai, Elohim, Malcholam, Shkol, Hayam, Mazel Tov. Peace. Yeah, you got it.